Hi, it's Jayne Storey, the creator of the Chi performance method. I get asked all the time about how to fix common swing faults. You know the sort of thing I mean, when golfers raise their head, when they shorten their backswing, when they fail to finish or follow through properly. All these things are very common to recreational golfers, committed amateurs, and even to the professionals sometimes. So the traditional mainstream approach to fixing common swing faults, of course, is to learn more and more about the technique of the golf swing. But that's only productive or useful up to a certain degree. Now, the average golf swing takes approximately 1.8 seconds from start to finish. So it's not possible for you to consciously control any of that motion. You can't possibly control the motion. And the more you try to control your movement, and the more you think about moving while you're moving, the worse state you're going to get into, the more frustrated you're going to get, and the less fluid and the less effortless your swing's going to be. So I'd like to share with you a story of one of my clients, a gentleman called Eric, who had a common swing fault of always raising his head. So he tried for years and years and years to sort this out by having more and more lessons on the mechanics of the golf swing. So I've known Eric for maybe a year, just less than a year. And in that time, we've been training mindfulness meditation. So after practicing for some time, I would say maybe around 3 months, there was a noticeable change in the way that he addressed the ball and the way that he swung the golf club. And he stopped raising his head. Now, looking deeply into this, the practice of mindfulness meditation actually uncouples reflexes. So the raising of the head was a reflex action, like shortening the backswing is a reflex action. And these reflex actions come around when the mind, the nervous system, and the body are under pressure, when you're in a stress response. You get into a stress response by shallow breathing. This creates feelings of anxiety. It creates mental interference. And of course, you can't swing the golf club freely when you're in that state. So the upshot is that simply by making a commitment to mindfulness practice and the simple meditation of focusing on your breathing, if you can do that 2 or 3 times during the week, when you go out on the course to play, whether it's with your friends or whether you're in contest and competition, if you do your practice at home, you'll be able to recall the sensation of the breath, which gets you more in the present moment, more in your body. And this will uncouple any reflex action that you've got into. The more you try to break a habit, the more ingrained it's going to become. So my advice, my experience demonstrates that when you focus on the breath in the right way, when you focus on breathing deeply and mindfully, you uncouple those negative reflex actions. So Eric is no longer topping the ball by raising his head. He's having a much better, solid contact with the ball. He's enjoying his golf game a lot more. And from time to time, I get reports that he's actually winning games. So the choice is simple. Either learn more and more and more and more about technique and improve your game to a small degree, or if you've been playing golf for 3 years or more, give all the technical stuff a rest for a while, or go into just sort of a tick over with your learning about the technical aspects of the swing, sort of a maintenance level, and rather spend your time practicing mindfulness meditation So when you go out to the golf course, the mind will be quiet, the emotions will be neutral, the mind-body connection will be rock solid, and you will uncouple those reflexes that are the cause of all common swing faults.